anything can hit, but it probably won't. And I know that sounds kind of goofy. It sounds kind of weird, but it's true. And it actually helps us get into the right mindset. It tricks our mind into going, oh yeah, I need to keep producing. Because chances are whatever I throw out there today isn't necessarily going to grab a lot of attention. Unless you already have a history of engaged followers who like, comment, share all your stuff. But even then, I would posit, I would assert that people who follow your stuff aren't liking, commenting, and sharing it all the time. One post gets more traction than the other, am I right? And meaning that's how it works for everyone. Sure, there's people who get consistently 1 million views or 1 million likes on everything they publish, but the numbers still vary from one post to the next. Some are more resonant than others. That's just the way it works. And I think if for some it's just a depressing thought because they work really hard at what they do and they want their next masterpiece to be the thing that everybody tunes into. But you can look for example after example. I mean, if you've listened to the podcasts I've listened to, you don't know how many experts and how many people say that the big long-form article or piece of content that we're producing, they totally expect it to go viral, didn't. And then this little thing that they never expected to go anywhere, just a little idea they were throwing out into the universe, suddenly blew up. And so, I mean, there's something to healthy detachment. It's not like I'm saying don't spend time working on what you're working on. I'm not saying that at all. I think it's worth putting time and effort into everything, but there is sort of a healthy detachment to reach, and I feel like this is one of those statements that can trick our mind into getting there. Anything could hit, but it probably won't. And if you wanted to take a little more of a scientific approach, like I do recommend that. I'm not against data or anything like that. You could begin testing certain types of content, but ultimately you're just going to have to come to the table with a ton of ideas and publish them one by one anyway, aren't you? And the easiest thing to do in that case is start making a big list of all of your content ideas. I could try this, I could try this, I could try this. Some of them are going to take longer. Some of them are going to be easier to perform. And there's not necessarily a right or wrong way to tackle that list. Whatever keeps you consistent, though, I think that's the key. Once you have that list, it's about publish, like preferably daily. If you can't do daily, you can't do daily. That's just how things are. But preferably publish every day. Something new, here's a video, here's a live. And, keep to one form. Don't jump all over the place with different mediums. That's probably not going to help you, or with platforms or anything. Like, choose one, podcasting or blogging or video content, and just publish daily. And what usually happens, it could be day 93, it could be day 300, it could be day 1321, but at some point, one of those videos or pieces of content ends up resonating and connecting with people, growing your audience. It just ends up exploding, and it provides more for you than anything else. And that's all you really need to get a big influx of customers or listeners or clients or whatever it is you're trying to get. It certainly isn't about no strategy. It's more like setting a hypothesis. Based on what I'm seeing out there, based on what I've read and studied and looked at, the kinds of comments people are leaving, what I know about my audience, here are the things that I think are going to work. And then you go and test them. That helps you avoid analysis paralysis as well, which is another common problem. Because some people like to spend a lot of time on that strategy, and that's not a bad thing. I do think it's a good idea to have a well-formed strategy and a well-thought-through strategy. The problem usually comes when people are expecting perfectionism in executing that strategy. So they expect perfection in every piece of content, and then it just takes them way too long to create any kind of momentum or traction or resonance with their audience. So the first step is you got to do it for 100 days and see where it goes, because a lot of people do end up finding breakthrough in those first 100 days, believe it or not. You may not. The odds are against it, because again, the title of this whole thing is, it could work, but it probably won't. It could hit, but it probably won't. and it could go viral, probably won't. And it's about having that healthy amount of detachment. Not so much that you don't care at all, but more so that you're in the mindset of, okay, tomorrow I gotta get up and I gotta put something out there. And tomorrow I gotta get up and put something out there. And just stay in that cycle until something happens. It's coming up fast and there's no time. Clean Slate 2024 is coming up fast, February 16th in Victoria, BC. You don't want to miss out on this incredible live music and multimedia event with a dosage of inspiration to light you up creatively and to have an amazing 2024. Once again, that's Clean Slate. You don't want to miss out. Go to davidandrewweeb.com and you'll either have the option to get updates, win tickets, or buy tickets as soon as they go on sale. So once again, I invite you to go to davidandrewweeb.com and get your tickets right away. See you there.